Good day, everyone. Welcome to our webinar for the Introduction to E-commerce course presented by the University of the Philippines, Open University, Faculty of Management and Development Studies. So as promised in today's broadcast, we'll be discussing websites, particularly on WordPress. So websites developed under the WordPress content management system. So for today's webinar, our discussion revolves around the basic elements of a website and what is WordPress and demo on how can you start a website. So this sort of tutorial would be for individuals who don't have any experience in terms of programming or website development. So if you know how to click, how to create a profile in your social media, PowerPoint, that's basically the thing you'll need. You just need to know how to click and a little bit how to design um, aesthetically the front end of the website, and you're good to go. Okay, so again, this is our webinar number 6 for the Introduction to E-commerce course. We finished the business idea that you'll be using for this course, how to research your customers, and create a business model. So for the rest of the broadcast, the videos, we'll be discussing more on how you will create your e-commerce projects, and particularly on the e-commerce stores. So let's dive into the basic elements of a website. So we have four big ones. We have domain. So domain is your address. This is the .com, .com.ph. So that's your domain. Hosting is like the server, your disk space where you will store the content that you'll be putting on your website. Third is the software. Now, software is a big element in website because it can be from scratch. So you'll program using computer languages. But for our purpose, we'll be using a CMS or content management system. Content management system is a pre-programmed software that we can use. So WordPress is particularly an open source software. Ibig sabihin, we don't need any um, license to use the platform. But the platform itself is too bare. We need to customize it depending on the need that we want. So it's pretty flexible in terms of e-commerce website for any use. So whatever functionality you can think of, it's in WordPress. And then last, fourth one is content. Content is your images, videos, text, or electronic data that you need on your website to show information and for your products to be sold. So basically, that's the four basic elements. For every element, it's a big topic altogether. But for our purpose, uh, for an hour, we'll try to create a website using these four basic elements. A good website. So domain. Domain is your .com or .ph. So a .com domain is 700 pesos. That's pesos per year. Per year. .ph, it's 1,500 pesos per year. That's registration. What's the difference between the two? .com is a worldwide domain. .ph is a geographic type of domain. It pertains to Philippine domains, but basically there's no you can use some businesses use .ph even if they're not in the Philippines because of uh, the uh, the use of the ph at the end of the domain, so they want to spell out something. But generally .com is a worldwide address. .ph, .com.ph is for the Philippines. Bakit mahal ang yung .ph? There's an organization that holds .ph domains, so maybe that's the reason. But that's the price that we have as of now. We'll dive deeper later on this. So that's the domain. So if you will start a website using WordPress, you need to buy your own domain. Okay, .ph or .com. Hosting. Hosting is like it's a server. This is the space where you will store your content, the data. So text, images, and you will store on hosting. Hosting, uh, eh, I know there is as low as 1,500 per year and as much as 20,000 per year. Pero meron pang mas mahal dyan actually. It really depends on what type of server you would purchase. This type of hosting, 1,500 to 20,000 per year. More on shared hosting. Ibig sabihin, you have a server and you share with different individuals. May security naman siya, but this is the basic ones. For more sophisticated e-commerce businesses, they buy their own um, servers online. It could be cloud-based, it could be shared hosting. But for our purpose, hosting is just a space where you would store the content, your database, your text, your images, and maybe videos. So yeah, 1,500 per year or to 20,000 per year. I'll show you examples later, yung actual. So when you sign up with the hosting provider, you'd be given, in general, most of the time, they would give you a Cpanel access. What is a Cpanel access? It's like an operating system for servers. So it looks like this image. So you have the file manager, the databases, the domains, and email. So when you buy a hosting platform or a plan, depends on the specifications, but most plans offer uh, email accounts. So if you bought a .com, so let's say for example rmnisperos.com, I can create my own email on there. So like for example info@rmnisperos.com. Some plans offer additional domains, so you can host many websites as you can, depending on the space that you'll be buying. So you don't need to know each and every uh, each and every element on this cPanel. You just need to know you can store images here, store files, you can store your emails, and there is at the end of every cPanel account, there is an auto installer for WordPress. So you can use that as a way to automate the installing process. Okay. For the software, I mentioned this video is about WordPress and WooCommerce. So WordPress is a content management system wherein it is carefully designed for us users who don't really know much of uh, programming. So the fields are there. You just need to put in the your text, your image, and it's like there is a dashboard. Unlike the misconception, if you do website development, you need to do programming. WordPress shortens the learning curve for that, and we don't need much of the programming expertise. WooCommerce, on the other hand, is a plugin to WordPress. WordPress is basically made as a content publication software, but there is a uh, plugins option in WordPress wherein you can put in functionalities. So WooCommerce is one of that plugins wherein it would enable e-commerce selling on your website. So that's what we'll demo later. So WordPress plus WooCommerce. For the last um, element of a website, basically it's the content. How would you mix it up, text, audio, image, video, and interactive, so that your website would be pleasing and more engaging. So this is a big topic altogether, but uh, it involves the structure and the aesthetics as well. So interactive, most of the time, it's about the links, the clickable, the buttons, and whatever content that needs some interaction with the users or who will be navigating your website. So, do we have questions? Simple lang po ang ating discussion. Elements, domain, hosting, the software, which is WordPress, using WooCommerce, and our content. So we all have our content with us. We have pictures, we have the text. If we have the logo elements, that's part of the content. Domain hosting, you just need to buy this one. You just need to research what you will use, and then the software will demo later. Um, I forgot to mention, on hosting platforms, the cheapest, yung 1.5 na nakita ko, I tried that before pa. Um, yes, mura siya. But when your e-commerce website or any website would generate so much traffic, it would crash. And the server is not that responsive as compared to the 20,000 one. But uh, as my personal recommendation, if you're just starting out, try first the cheapest one and work from there. Unless you're pretty sure that your e-commerce business would scale up, then uh, get the best one. I started with yun sa 1.5 na yun eh. Naalala ko pa siya. It's just a simple website, simple blog, and then I just upgraded to the one I have now, which I would show you later. Okay. Uh, I'll stop at this point on the discussion. Mas maganda pinapakita eh. Uh, you would appreciate how can you create in a few minutes a website that you just need to customize for your liking. Okay. Uh Before I proceed, do we have any questions from the group? Um just put in questions on the chat box if meron. Okay. I'll just switch my screen. Okay, can you see the website I'm showing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So this is a sample. Talagang pinakita ko lang yung website ko, no. I haven't updated this for a while. So this is a sample of a website created on WordPress. Now, um the misconception on websites kasi is that kailangan marunong ka mag-programming. Uh, Ngayon pa lang sasabihin ko, ako, I started with no knowledge on programming, website development languages, on or anything related to website development. Ano lang to from own personal research and then trial and error thing. So, um, mas madali gumamit ng website or gumawa ng website using WordPress. And you'll be surprised, few clicks lang meron ka ng website. We have a question here before I proceed. Ano pong pros and cons ng .com at .ph? Actually, for me, if you're uh, having a business in the Philippines, uh, okay in .ph. Pero ako personal choice, I would start by getting a .com. Pero kasi it's a worldwide domain, kapag may naisip kayo, most of the time, 99% of the time, nakuha na siya. So, that's the time you go to .ph. Ako, personal choice kasi mas mura yung .com. And it's more recognizable, .com, rather than .ph. So, yun yung aking personal choice. But, kapag you're dealing with international clients, pag .ph, they would think you're from the Philippines. Yun yung general uh, application ng .ph. But for me, if you're in the Philippines, starting entrepreneur pa lang or e-commerce entrepreneur, go with the .com muna. If not taken, well, good. Pag hindi, it's .ph. So, yan. Yun lang. Before, marami pang difference yung .com.ph, but in today's time, there's really no difference .com.ph apart from price and yung ano niya, meaning kung saan nanggagaling yung business. So, yun. Uh, Not much of a difference except from pricing standpoint. Okay. So, on the basic elements we've discussed, una yung ating domain registration. So, this is a sample. Um, this is where I bought my first domain. Uh, Bakit ako bumili dito? This is a Philippine company, by the way. Kaya kailangan ko bumili kasi kailangan ko ng OR. Yan. Kapag kumuha ka ng domain from outside the Philippines, walang official receipt. So, well, dito pa rin ako bumibili most of the time. And when you click here, domains, so ito yung mga presyo niya. Yan. So, yeah, 1.5 ang .com, wala bang .com dito. .com is 700. Yan, 700. So you just type in kung anong domain dito. So this is the client back end of a website registration. So on this one, let's click on the domains. Yan, ito yung mga domains na meron ako dito. So let's check yung isang domain. This one. Yan. So the ano mali dito pala. The one thing you need to be mindful of when you buy a domain, you need to know where the name server option is. Ano yung name server? Ito yung magli-link ng domain mo sa hosting plan mo. Maganda if you bought the domain and the hosting plan on one company. They can automatically link. Paano ka pong magkaiba? Ako, magkaiba kasi. So, you click on the name servers here. Pag bumili ka ng hosting plan mo, bibigyan ka nila ng name server. Usually, dalawa yan. So, just put in here and then you save. So, ganoon lang kasimple. I-manage ang domain. And then, just be mindful kung kailan siya magre-renew or kailan siya mag-expire because kung lumaki yung business nyo, naging desirable yung domain, tumataas yung value niya, merong mga companies and mga individuals who are searching for expired domains even for a few days. binibili nila and then they would resell it. So, yun lang naman yung titignan nyo dito. Yan. But you can lock. Pero kung titignan nyo, ito lang yung kailangan nyo dito sa domain. So, name server. Yan. So, saan makukuha yung name server when you buy hosting plan? So, dito, meron siyang, ano ko meron ding hosting tong web eh. Ayan, meron siya. Web hosting. So, web hosting, they would host the content of your website. So, yan siya, 1,500 per year. Mura naman siya. Mura naman. Pero may kita nyo yung space dito. Medyo maliit siya. Medyo maliit. Yan. 1 domain, 5 email user accounts. So disclaimer, I'm not promoting this company. This is just a sample of a Philippine company that you can search and use. There are many domain registration and hosting providers in the Philippines and abroad. So just search. Ito pinapakita ko because I have an experience having business with them. So yan. Yan siya. Yun yung mga hosting. Yan. Si SiteGround. It's a foreign company. I find them reliable in terms of customer service. So yun lang actually. And then mabilis yung website, yung servers nila. So yun lang yung naging consideration ko dito. That's why I use them. And they are focusing on managed WordPress hosting. So kunyari nagkamali ako kasi hindi naman ako talaga programmer. Minsan nagmamagaling din ako, nagkakamali, nag-down yung website for example, may nasira. Ang experience ko sa kanila when I talk to the customer service, when I ask kung kaya nilang ayusin, usually inaayos na nila for me. So, pero yung mga technical issues yan on the back end that wala akong expertise. So, yan siya. Ito, medyo may kamahalan siya. So, depends. Doon sa web.com.ph, meron naman silang free, no, cheap plans. But dito, medyo mahal siya eh. So, kayo na yung makakapagsabi kung anong plan yung kukunin nyo. So, it's up to you. This is my current provider now. Hindi ko sila pinopromote. I'm just using this as example kasi alam ko yung back end niya. Yeah. So, I won't discuss kung anong meron sa kanila. But I subscribe on this one, yung Go Geek, and I have many websites with them. Yeah. So, what if tignan natin yung back. Before, SiteGround may cPanel din sila pero nag-redesign sila para mas user-friendly. So, ito na yung itsura ng backend. So, yan, you provide with name servers, IP address, email accounts, yan. And you just click here. Ngayon, yung maganda dito, meron silang WordPress option. Just click and install, ando na siya. And also, ang gamit na gamit ko dito kasi meron siyang staging. Ibig sabihin, pwede siyang gumawa ng copy ng website ko. And then, doon ako mag-edit. Kapag satisfied na ako, ililipat ko na lang siya sa live one para mas maganda yung workflow. Pero more advanced na siya. So, ang gawin natin ngayon sa demo is paano kunyari magbubuo ako ng website from scratch. So, gawa tayo ng subdomain. Kunyari lang demo. Parang meron na pala. Delete lang natin. Demo 2. Subdomain para lang siyang extension ng yung domain. So parang demo.rmspares.com. Ganun lang siya. Kung meron kayong ibang website na gustong gawin under one domain, pwede nyo gawin. Pero for our purpose, ano lang siya, for our demo. So kunyari, kumuha na kayo ng domain. Nalagay nyo na sa yung name server, nalagay nyo na doon sa name server ng binili yung hosting. So, na-link na niya, for example. So, kunyari, nandito na kayo sa navigation site ng inyong hosting. Usually, 99% of the time, merong installer yan ng WordPress because 30% of of all websites in the world is hosted or managed by WordPress. Open source software siya. So, mamimili lang kayo kung WordPress lang or automatic may WooCommerce na. So, let's choose this one. Application, demo 2, language. Yan. So, usually meron din ganito install with WordPress starter. Just click. Demo 2. Email. Gamitin natin yung email ko. Auto password na lang. Copy. Yung WordPress multi-site, usually hindi naman ito ginagamit pero ang ginagawa lang niya, one domain, may maraming website sa kanya, maraming installation ng WordPress. Pero ako personally, hindi ko na siya ginagamit. So, click install. Yan. So, mag-install na siya. Nothing to worry about. Just need to wait. I-automate na nung hosting provider nyo yung installation on your server. Lahat, karamihan ng hosting plans have installers, particularly on WordPress. Actually, yung ibang mga cPanel accounts, yung hosting plans with cPanel navigation software, yung operating system, meron silang installer, not just WordPress, meron pang ibang mga software. Pero usually, WordPress talaga yung ginagamit eh. So yan, installed na. Let's check kung anong itsura niya. Hindi pa nagpo-propagate yung ating SSL, yung parang green lock. So, ano muna. Yan ang itsura ng bare WordPress installation. So, kung bumili kayo ng domain, nalagay nyo na sa hosting nyo, nag-install kayo ng WordPress, it would look like this. Medyo pangit siya, di ba? Yan kasi yung bare version ng WordPress. Pero, nag-install tayo kanina ng WordPress starter. Parang starter, ano ba siya? Yeah, WordPress starter. So, when you go to the admin panel, yan, pupunta tayo dito sa, so, ito yung unang itsura niya. Tapos, punta tayo sa admin. Punta tayo sa WordPress na starter. Ano niya? Kumaga parang ano siya, helper on how can we design our website. So just click start now. Meron na siyang mga different business models here that you can use and designs. Yan. Say for example, online store lang, online store. And kunyari, maraming example dito eh. Never-ending free options. Yan. Ano ba? Maganda. Ito na lang. Clothing store. So ito, may mga plugins that your hosting plan would offer you, especially kapag kinlik nyo yung WordPress starter. Pwede nyo i-select maps, gallery, usually contact form kailangan meron yan. Google Analytics, free yan. Mag-sign up lang kayo para malaman nyo kailan yung traffic ng website nyo. SEO for search engine optimization para alam nyo kung anong mga keywords ang dapat nyo ilagay, and then may mga tips dito on how to optimize for readable search engine content. And then emails, contacts, huwag na tayo mag-select. So, yeah, click lang. And then, again, you wait. May question ba? Mabilis ba? Sorry. So far nakakasunod naman siguro. Nothing technical about it. Pinaka-technical na lang yung pag-link ng name server sa domain from your hosting. And then from there, you log into your hosting plan. and then install WordPress and click the WordPress starter. And it would guide you naman like this one. So yan, it's installed. Now, we check. So yan, ito yung una niya kanina. This is the bare installation. Now, ito na siya. So, in a span of ilang minutes na, parang 15 minutes, nakagawa tayo ng website na it looks like a typical website, not this one. Ito kasi, parang ano lang, it's not really good looking, super bare. After the WordPress starter, meron kayong uh, nagawa na it looks like an actual website. Now, how to navigate, how to customize. When you customize your WordPress installation, there is a dashboard here. Or there are links on the top, but let's go uh, quickly on the dashboard. Let's skip this one. So this is, I don't know what theme this is. Automatic kasi yung WordPress yung naglagay. So yan, yun yung pangalan ng theme. So kung isa-isahin natin yung mga kailangan yung tandaan sa dashboard. So meron tayo ditong home. Yan, this is the home dashboard. And then some updates. Ito, kung kailangan nyo mag-update. So isa-isahin natin yung options dito para mas maintindihan. What are posts? Posts are, ito yung parang blog post, articles. Articles na merong timestamp. So ibig sabihin, kung nag-post kayo ng article like this one, kunyari add new, lalabas siya as blog post. And then yung blog post, may timestamp yan. So kung ano yung recent, yun yung nasa taas. Yun yung different, yun yung post. So lalabas ito sa dito siguro. Wait. News. Yan, news. News yung pagkakalagay nila dito. So yan, may lalabas na ganyan. So it's promotional tactic. Yan yung post. So sa post, marami kayong pwedeng gawin dito eh. Kasi yan, pwede kayong paragraph, typical paragraph. Marami yan eh. Yan oh. Heading, uh, quotes, audio, video, design, buttons, and then you can explore. Marami siya, pati mag-embed ng YouTube, kung may YouTube channel kayo, yan, gawa kayo ng post. Yan. And then others, marami. So yun yung post option. Then meron tayong tinatawag na page on WordPress websites. What is a page? A page is also an article. Ang post at page, magkamag-anak yan eh. Ang difference lang ng post, it's something, it's an article with timestamp. Ang page, article siya na wala. Usually, ang page ay for the evergreen content, mga homepage. Hindi na dapat siya natatabunan, di ba? Yung store, hindi siya, kailangan walang timestamp yon. Services, about us, basically all other content except your news, blog post. Yan, mga contact us page. Kasi kapag news, usually may timestamp yan eh. Kung kailan siya sinulat. Yan. Yung page wala. Usually, yung mga nasa navigation nandito sa taas. Home, shop, yan, mga page yun. Yun lang yung difference. Comments, kapag may nag-comments. And then, WooCommerce, ito yung option that you need to customize, especially if you would create products for selling. Yan siya, yung products. Itong analytics, based dito sa theme na to, usually wala to eh. Yan, marketing. And then the themes. Yan. Yung themes, ito yung magdi-dictate ng design ng website nyo. Maraming free. sa WordPress. So, kunyari, resto kayo, search. Baka meron. Ayan. Yeah. Maraming libre on WordPress. However, syempre, pag libre, merong chance na meron kayong kapareho and the functionality and the the flexibility is not at par with premium ones. So, as I mentioned kanina, if you want, I can show it. I can give you licenses. And then, customize. Yan. When you customize the content of your um, theme. Yung mga nandito sa taas, like this one, headers, change logo, yan, kung ano, or mag-upload kayo ng logo nyo. So, basically, this is how to customize. Customize, let's go back. Customize based on layout, yan, kung may sidebar o wala, homepage settings, colors, siyempre titignan nyo rin kung magmamatch sa color scheme ng brand nyo. Yan. And other customization. So, dito kayo magko-customize ng website to suit your preference. Yan. Nandito siya sa themes and customize. Widgets are on the sidebar. So, let's go back. So, kunyari, ang sidebar nandito siya. So, kunyari, nag-access kayo sa isang news article. Etong side na to, yan, this one. Yan, yung mga nandito, sidebar yan. So, pwede siyang lumalim hanggang pinakababa. And then, hanggang, yan, kahit anong pwede nyo ilagay dyan. Promotions and all yan. Pwede rin wala, actually. Ako, hindi na ako naglalagay dyan. Let's go back. Then, plugins. Plugins, kung anong kailangan nyo, kung gusto nyo merong, ano ba, merong newsletter, may forms, SEO, ano ba, marami, kahit anong maisip nyo actually, meron sa WordPress. Kahit anong functionality. So let's check the popular ones. Yan. Yoast, WooCommerce, yan pang ano to, yung online selling, security and all. Yan. Ngayon, uh, we need to use kung yung usual kasi na WordPress starter pack, yung pinapa-install sa atin ni WordPress, free themes. Ngayon, what if limited yung nakikita nyo? So you need to have sort of a premium theme that would suit your preferences. And I have a combo that I'm using for some of my personal websites and some of the businesses I designed for. So I'll be sharing you how I make my own design, even if without using yung WordPress starter. So ito ibang style naman. So again, going back, ililink lang natin yung domain sa name server to yung sa domain sa server, sa hosting to the name server. Lalagay lang natin. And then, follow lang natin yung installation on our hosting provider and you would go to this uh, design, the bare one, and then just follow the WordPress starter, click, and then you'll get to a point wherein nakaload ay demo content. Now you just customize, change the image, maybe mag-change tayo ng actual product para e-commerce talaga. So ito yung sample ng e-commerce shop niya. sa ating sample. So when we visit the store, it looks like this one. So parang ganyan. So actually you're selling, 'di ba? Ito. Yan. So parang ano na talaga, parang mature e-commerce website na. So first, ito yung mga products. So let's try to look into one. So yan siya. You put in the title here, description, and then price, sale price. Kung meron kayong number na isa-set for the inventory, shipping kung may weight, and then kung merong upsell, cross-sell dito, mga related products, yan. And then a description. And then yun na siya. And then you publish, ma-update nyo na yung inyong content or yung product you're selling. So yan, you just click. If that's not in your library, you can upload. Yan, upload. Yan. Okay. Yun yung sample. Ngayon, once assuming kunyari nagawa na niyo yung customized feel or yung front end ng website nyo, colors, logo, description about your company, you need to set your storefront settings. So ito, saan yung address nyo, anong, saan kayo based, yan, nandyan yan. Kung saan kayo based, sa Philippines, lalabas naman siya, sample. And then, sell to Philippines lang or outside. Yan. Kasi you can upload or get plugins like dropshipping. Actually, pwede ka mag-dropship using WordPress. And then, products, ano yung mga elements, unit, yan, shipping. Yan. You need to have shipping zones. Kasi if you're selling a physical item, you need to set how much you're charging or kung applied na ba siya sa product. Kung hindi applied, they would pay for the shipping, kailangan nyo mag-set nito. Really depends on your supplier or yung kung sino yung kukunin yung logistics partner. And then for the payments, the standard is in WordPress, it's PayPal. You need to sign up in PayPal. Libre naman siya. If you want to start, you just need to have a bank account and sign up with WordPress. Libre siya. Nga lang ang charge ng PayPal is 4.4% for any purchase. And then you can set cash on delivery, but your logistics partner should have a cash on delivery option for you to get this feature. No, hindi mo naman kailangan siya iset dito sa WordPress. Pero kasi once they click on cash on delivery, yung bibili sa inyo, is as if nabili na niya. And then yung payment, kayo yung mag-check or mag-uncheck kung bayad o hindi. Mamanualin niyo siya. Yan. So yan yung usual eh. Bank transfer, yun nga lang dito, hindi siya, pwede mo siyang i-automate pero it's not made for the Philippines, yung mga direct bank transfer using this option. So, mamanually nyo pa rin yung pag-set kung bayad na o hindi. Pero pwede naman siya ilagay, set your account name kung para alam nila kung saan sila magde-deposit or mag-online transfer. Yan. And then, emails, kung ano yung ipapadala yung email for every purchase. Yan yung mga isa-set nyo sa WooCommerce storefront settings. Yeah. Okay. So, as promised, what if ayaw nyo gamitin yung WordPress starter? I have a better way for you to create a good WordPress website. So, let's close everything. So, eto na lang, yung website ko na lang. paglaruan natin. So if you would log in any WordPress website, click on wp-admin to go to the login page. Yeah. Login lang ako. Oops. Wait. So make sure hindi lang sa mga website, pati sa social media nyo, laging mag two-factor authentication para hindi kayo mahahack. Wait. 053359. So, itong two-factor authentication nakalink siya sa phone ko. And then, so at least kapag mayroong nag-try mag-hack, kailangan niya mabuksan yung phone ko bago niya makapasok. Okay. So, uh, I have a plugin called Elementor and a theme called Astra. Astra. So I use this theme, Astra. Yeah. This one. I have this um, theme that I always use and Elementor. Yan. So Elementor is like a website builder na parang nagpa-PowerPoint ka lang. Yan. So, i-load ko na lang siya. Sorry. So, um, kunyari wala siyang theme. So, unang gagawin mo on any WordPress installation, assuming bare lang siya, you go to themes and then search for Astra. Ano? Search, add new. Yeah. Okay. So, install. Ito yung ginagamit ko. So, pwede naman kayo gumamit na iba. Anong itsura niya? Tingnan natin. Yan. Pumangit. Pero hindi pa tayo tapos. May gagawin tayo na para lang sa Astra. So, you upload the plugin. Pwede ko naman i-share to. Don't worry. Nandito siya eh. This one. Install ko lang. So, meron siyang super easy way to start. Kasi yun yung maganda sa WordPress. Maraming option na to start with. So, you don't need to create from scratch. Okay, may question. So, kung may question kayo, lagay nyo lang. So, kunyari, yan na. Na-upload natin si starter template. Yan. Activate ko lang yung license. Saan ba siya? Wait. Yan. So, active na. Now, we go to appearance starter templates. Yan. So, kunyari, nag-install ko yan ng starter template. You click Elementor. And then, pili kayo dito ng template na gagamitin nyo. So, yung license ko is you can use any template na meron sila dito. And any business model, halos nandito na lahat. At least meron na kayong starting point in your design for WordPress website. So, example, ano ba maganda? Lagyan natin yung mga premium. Agency. Let's say, ano ba? Coffee shop. Actually, marami. Tignan natin lahat yung meron. No, agency. Yan. Actually, marami. Marami. Yan. Working space, apps, coffee shop, cake shop, travel agency, plant shop. Actually, meron tayong student na merong plant shop. Yan. Ano pa ba? Yan. Actually, lahat dito. Hindi na uubos tong options dito. So, balik tayo sa taas. Yan, coffee shop. So, yan. So, import complete website. Yan, import. Antayin lang natin. And then, tignan natin kung paano mag-edit backend na parang gumagawa lang kayo ng PowerPoint. Na matutuwa kayong meron palang ganitong option sa paggawa ng website. Na akala nyo, magpo-program pa kayo. Dito, gagana yung kasi real time yung preview nung ginagawa niyong website. And madali lang siyang aralin as compared sa mag-aaral ka ng computer language. While we are waiting, meron bang question? Yan, meron dito. Hindi, okay na. Nakakahilo, sorry. Nakakahilo. So, recap habang nag-aantay. First, bibili kayo ng domain. Kung WordPress yung gagamitin nyo, WordPress. Meron tayong isang lecture about Shopify. So, yun, mas madali kasi magbabayad ka na lang. And then, maglalagay ka na lang ng products mo. And then, yun na. Ang maganda kasi sa WordPress, you control everything na nasa likod niya. Kahit email, pwede kayong gumawa na gamitin nyo for personal use. And ang gusto ko kasi sa WordPress, pag hindi nag-work, yung mga experiment na mga naisip ko lang na business idea, hindi mag-work based sa market research. Nakabili na ako ng domain. Gawin ko na lang blog. Anyway, so yon, bili ka ng domain, hosting kahit mura lang. You start with the cheap one and then install WordPress on that hosting plan. Siyempre, ililink mo yung domain. So from there, may two options. Yung free. Yung free option, select nyo lang yung WordPress starter and then select the design you want and then click the functionality through plugins and then yun na. Customize on your own. Depending on your preferences. Yung another option is to install a bare WordPress installation and then upload itong Astra theme and then itong starter pack, Word Premium Starter Pack na plug-in. Now, I have a license if in case you would be using this. So, let's check. Ito yung itsura niya kanina, di ba? So, ginawa natin siyang coffee shop. Pero, syempre, hindi nakaset yung homepage. Set natin. Settings. General. Set lang natin yung homepage niya. Yan. Dapat tama na to. Yan. Okay. So, ito yung ginawa nung yung premium starter plugin na usually when I do parang may mga favors, nagagawa ko sila ng website. Before gumagawa kasi kami, we have a small design firm for SMEs. Nagawa namin, we start with this one. Para lang magkaroon ng feel yung entrepreneur kung ano yung gusto niya maging itsura. So at least we have options to start with. So kunyari ito, coffee shop. So at least nandito na lahat. You just change the colors, change the images and the text. Okay na. So, kunyari baguhin natin yung front page, yung home page. Since nag-upload tayo or nag-select tayo ng Elementor plugin, pwede ka na mag-edit using Elementor. So, anong ginagawa niya? Para mas magkaroon tayo ng idea. Ito siya. Ito yung Elementor edit page. Ginagawa niya is, we can edit directly dito. Edit. So, maraming elements. So, kunyari, maglagay ka ng image. Drag lang to, dinadrag ko lang. Drag, click, um, media library. Yan. Kunyari, yan. Click, insert media. Yan. Kung ayaw ko, right click, delete. Maraming elements. Video, pwede kang uh, drag and drop lang yung ginagawa ko kasi hindi nyo nakikita na yung kamay ko. Pero nagda-drag and drop lang ako sa mouse. Yan. Drag and drop. Yan. Tapos, ang maganda dito, you can see how the website looks like in a mobile phone. Importante kasi ito ngayon because most of website traffic comes from mobile devices. 80 to 90% of the time mobile. So, pwede mong makita kung ano itsura niya mobile. Merong preview dito. And you can design uh, in real time. Yan. Kung gusto nyong uh, palakihin, paliitin, wider, uh, mga, eto kung may kulay pa, you can explore. Ang maganda dito, there's no programming needed. Though mas maganda if you know, pero kung wala, you can finish a website. Yan. Diyan siya, margins, meron pang motion effect kung gusto nyo. Yan. Background image, border, kung lumalabas siya sa mobile, hindi sa mobile, yan. Masiset nyo siya. Any design, technique, it's just on a click of a button. Nandito na siya. So you can see here, nandyan na siya lahat. Yan. Yan. Yun yung maganda dito sa Elementor and then itong meron kang starter plug-in para makapag-brainstorm ka mas mabilis because if you will design from scratch and you don't have the expertise, patatagalan ka. Mas maganda, you can start with this one, kung ano yung tingin yung gusto nyo, and then customize na lang. Customize kahit yung background, palitan mo yung image. Wait, desktop tayo. Yan. Yan, palitan mo yung image sa likod. Nasaan yung image na? Anyway, yan. Okay, nandito. Anyway, so yan. May section, merong mga elements, background overlay, lahat na nandito. It can't be covered in a few minutes, pero you can play around with the settings and you can generate your own. So kapag WooCommerce, naka-WooCommerce kasi kayo, pwede nyong ilagay na yung product mismo dito eh. Though naka-pro siya eh, pero i-unlock natin. Yan. So nandyan na siya. Kahit anong maisip nyo, star rating. Yan. Rating 4, kunyari. Yun, nandun na siya. Tapos, galaw-galawin nyo lang. Para lang kayo nagpa-PowerPoint nito. So lahat naman may experience ng PowerPoint siguro. Nandyan na. And then you just edit in real time. So this is a headline. For example. Ay, sorry. Yan. So you can edit in real time. Kasi yung usual ng WordPress, dito ka mag-edit eh. Page. Add new. Ganyan, di ba? Ang hirap i-visualize. And maraming settings na kung hindi ka sanay, medyo matatagalan ka. Pero pag nandito sa Elementor, yan na. And then drag and drop. Ayun, nandun na siya. Yan. Or meron pa dito dahil meron kayong starter templates na plugin na license, pwede nyong i-click yun ulit-ulit. So, kunyari nag-edit kayo ng page, hindi kayo masaya sa homepage. Ngayon, gusto mong palitan, click mo tong starter, this one, itong makulay na S icon. Kunyari, gusto mo yung itsura ng coffee shop mo, yoga. Kunyari, click. Select mo yung, yan, import. Import mo yung homepage. So, click mo. And then, let's wait. Any question habang nag-aantay? Questions? Nag-import pa siya. So, ang maganda dito, if you're using WordPress, uh, shorten yung development time. You can design on your own. You don't need to pay for huge agencies to bid for you. You can start on your own. Yan. Yan, niload niya. Pero yung kulay nandun pa din. Hindi na bago. Pero na-load niya. Yan, yung yoga studio. Yan siya. The background kasi yung theme natin brown eh. So hindi na niya pinapalitan kasi page lang naman yung binabago. Yan. So nandun na siya. You can upload the element. So what's the advantages in using this um, workflow? I'll be stopping the screen uh, for a quick Q&A for everyone. Can you, we have a uh, direct question here. Do Can you use WordPress for a unique business model na hindi e-commerce? The answer is yes. However, if the functionality you need is something na difficult to do, it's either you pay for another premium plugin or you can pay for someone to design or to program for you. So, I can't answer specific question because actually hindi ko alam kung pwede. Pero 99% merong plug-in dyan na would fit to your requirements. However, kadalasan it's paid. Paid plug-in. May mga plug-in kasi sa WordPress, maraming free. Pero basic lang yung mga ina-offer na functionality. So, kunyari, example natin, price comparison. Actually, meron nga kami before ginawa sa WordPress, parang uh, multi-sided, yung parang crowdfunding, yung gagawa ka ng project, magdo-donate yung mga tao or mag-chip in, tapos yung total pupunta doon sa project or kung sino man yung gumawa nung um, event. Yan. So, meron yan. I'm sure. Pero I'm not sure if that's free or paid. Yan. Pero kapag masyadong specialized, usually may bayad yan. So, uh, sa WordPress, super flexible yung platform na yan. But you need to learn the platform itself. Pero hindi naman siya ganun kahirap kasi you don't need computer programming knowledge. It would help. Yes, pero kung sanay lang kayo sa typical drag and drop, yan, mag-set ng mga page, product, it would work. Do we have other questions? Nagre-record. Kala ko hindi ako nagre-record eh. So, kung wala ng question, sige pa, baka may question pa. Um, Other questions? So, kung wala na, so, I expect some of you to use WordPress, especially for those business models that are outside the typical selling of physical items. Kasi pag sinabing e-commerce, they mean physical or selling of physical items. So transactional selling of tangible goods. Yun yung usual e-commerce meaning eh. But in our course, kahit anong business model nyo, you can create an e-commerce or a website for it or application for it. So outside the typical selling, WordPress would greatly help. Kasi the functionality, the flexibility is there. Uh, as compared to what we'll discuss next session. And it's WordPress using Shopify. Yan. So yung Shopify, typical buy and sell or selling. Yun yung specialization niya. You don't need to have knowledge on how to link name servers, domain. Bibili nyo lang yung account, lagay kayo ng products, lagay kayo ng payment, and then you're good to go. You can sell. So, yan siya. Um, Maybe siguro we'll have another discussion on WordPress. Kasi medyo alam ko masyadong kahit sobrang hindi ko na pinapa-technical yung discussion na to. Kapag first time nyo ma-encounter, technical din kahit click-click pa lang yung ginagawa natin. Uh, Medyo mahirap talaga siya. But kung kung if you want to navigate WordPress backend, yung demo na sinet up natin kanina, pwede kong i-share yung login. Gawan ko kayo ng user para makita nyo lang kung it's for you. Kasi I have experience before. Yung iba bumili ng domain, ng website, or ng hosting. Parang hindi rin naman nila tinuloy, so sayang lang. So I don't encourage just buying. You try it first. Yun naman yung objective natin in this course. For you to know what to pursue, what to use, what to buy. So at least we have this laboratory to to work with. Yeah. Before you actually start the business. Okay? So with that, thank you very much. And it's I'm speaking 1.5 hours na. So thank you very much. And if you have questions, feel free to ask me on my Facebook, on our course site. And the assignment number 3 is extended yung deadline. So with that, thank you very much and have a great week ahead of you. Um, Wala tayong, sana, tingin ko hindi tayo magkaka-class ng Thursday. Hanggang next
Happy
week.
birthday, sir.
Walang klase next week Saturday na lang. Birthday ko kasi noon eh. Thank you, thank you. Extension hanggang Sunday next week. Yan. Yung business model.
Happy birthday, sir!
Thank you very much. Thank you po. So, yun lang po. And it's 9:30 na. I won't take up much of your time. So, thank you very much. And I'll just show the replay na lang after I edit it and cross out the domain passwords and the domain names. Okay? Thank you very much po.